Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my review of the Alcatel ONYX for Cricket Wireless. So let's get started. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. So I've had this phone for a while now, and I've been looking forward to finally doing my review of it. Now, this device is certainly a low-end device. You can buy this at Cricket right now for $59.99 at the retail price. However, you'll likely be able to save some money on this or even get it for free with various promos going on. So definitely make sure to head over to your local Cricket store or look online to see what the latest deals are for the device. Now, when you get the phone, it will come in a box like this that says Cricket Wireless on it. Then on the back side, we have a picture of the device with some different specifications. You'll get a micro USB cable, a wall adapter, you'll get a SIM card removal tool, and you'll get some Cricket literature here with your ONYX. But other than that, that's everything that's included in the box. So this device features a 5.5-inch display at 720p. We do not have a notch here, as you can see, but we do have an 18:9 aspect ratio, so a little bit of a taller display. Overall, it's a pretty nice looking phone, and the display itself is super bright. So that is one thing that really stands out about this phone, is how bright and clear the display is. So Alcatel did a great job with picking a good display panel. Now up top here, we have a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. A little later in the video, you'll see some samples from that. Now the device features 32 gigabytes of internal storage with SD card expansion. So if you want to expand the storage here, you can put in a micro SD card in the slot on the side. Now the device does not feature wireless charging, but we do have a fingerprint sensor on the back, so we'll try that out right now. And that was super quick. We also have Face Unlock if you want to go that route as well, or you can pair Face Unlock with the fingerprint sensor so that you have multiple options to unlock the phone. Now the device features a dual camera setup on the back, which is a pretty cool thing to see, especially for a phone in this really inexpensive price range. So we have a 13 megapixel main camera and a 2 megapixel secondary camera, which gives you the ability to take photos with portrait mode. There's also portrait mode for the front camera as well, so that's pretty great. The device features 2 gigabytes of RAM. It has the MediaTek MT6739 processor, which is a pretty slow processor. But the device still performs pretty decent. It's pretty smooth and well optimized, which is good. Video recording maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second. The phone features a 3000 milliamp hour internal battery and runs Android 8.1 Oreo as the software. I would imagine that this will never be updated to Pie, so don't count on it. But the good news is that Android 8.1 Oreo is compatible with pretty much every application out there because there are so many phones running Oreo. So you shouldn't be worried at all about app support, but just keep in mind that the software that this phone ships with is pretty much what you'll be stuck with forever. Now overall, I like the hardware of the phone. It's of course not high-end hardware, but it still feels pretty nice. The phone feels very thin too, in a good way. And even though we do have bezels on the top and bottom, that's to be expected for a phone in this price range. And I definitely appreciate that this phone does have that taller display. It's good for browsing the web, going on social media, really doing anything that involves content consumption. Now on the left side, we just have that slot for the micro SD card and SIM card. On the right side, we have the power button and volume button. On the top, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack and the noise canceling microphone. And on the bottom, we have the microphone, we have the speaker, and in the middle, we have a micro USB port for charging and data transfer. Now, the back side of the phone is one of my favorite things about it. We have this really cool kind of like pebbly rubber material. It's like a plastic rubber, but it looks really cool with this material, so I like that a lot and looks pretty sharp overall. Of course, we have that dual camera setup, we have the flash, and we have the fingerprint sensor with the Cricket and Alcatel logos on the back side as well. The phone does come preloaded with a decent amount of bloatware. We have Facebook, for example, preloaded, a bunch of random games on here too. And there's AccuWeather and a news app, and Yahoo Mail and weather. Now I did add a few of these other apps onto here, but you are getting some bloatware here, which is a bit unfortunate. Now Instagram works really well with this device. Of course, it's not necessarily the smoothest experience out there, but for a low-end phone like this one, that's to be expected. You can watch your stories with no problems at all, so it definitely performs decently well and it's usable, which is a good thing. And definitely having that really clear display on here is one of my favorite things about the device. Of course, you can swipe over, you can take photos with the front-facing camera and rear camera, and then you can put those up on Instagram. So we'll talk about the camera quality in a little bit, but I want to show you how this plays YouTube videos. So let's go over to YouTube. Display. Now these phones also feature the signature teardrop notch. However, video content definitely looks good on the Alcatel ONYX due to the great colors that they have on this display. Videos really do pop. Now the speakers aren't the best out there on here, but they do get decently loud, so they're definitely usable, and the speakers don't sound too tinny either. So I'm pretty happy with the speaker quality on the Alcatel ONYX for the price, but of course it could always be better, but then you'd have to spend a lot more money. So for the price range, this is totally acceptable. I'm very happy with the speaker quality. Now for basic games like Temple Run, you're going to have a good experience with the ONYX, but definitely if you want to play something more advanced like PUBG Mobile, you'll want to get a higher end phone than this one. But if you play Candy Crush or Temple Run or any basic game, you will be happy with the ONYX. Now photo and video quality on here isn't anything near the level of a flagship phone, but the photos are still very usable and so are the videos. So if you want to go on a trip and you want to take this phone with you, you'll definitely be able to take some usable photos and videos, but you're definitely not going to win any photography awards. The color balance, especially with the front-facing camera, is not the best in very bright situations, and the cameras are pretty much on par for a device in this price range. What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here doing a test video with the Alcatel ONYX for Cricket Wireless. Definitely interested to know what you think of this video quality here and the microphone quality. Hey everyone, this is Kevin here doing a front-facing video with the Alcatel ONYX. Let me know what you think of the quality in the comment section below. Another strange defect that I noticed with this phone is that we have this artifact here on the camera in the top right corner, and it doesn't matter what app I'm in, that little spot is always there. So that's kind of disappointing to see. It looks like it's some sort of quality defect. It doesn't matter either, like if I wipe off the camera or not, it's still present. So I'm not really sure what's causing that, but considering that this device hasn't really been used a whole lot up until I made this video, I'm surprised that that defect is even there. So do I recommend the Alcatel ONYX? I think it's a pretty decent device, especially if you can get it for free or around for free. Now the full retail price of the phone is $59.99, and that in itself isn't too bad of a deal. But you should definitely see what other options are available at your local Cricket store or online, because you might be able to score a better deal on another phone at the same price or less. So it really depends on what your other options are for whether or not the Alcatel ONYX is worth going with. But there's a few things about this device that I especially like. I like that we have a pretty decently large sized 3000 milliamp hour internal battery. I feel like the cameras are pretty decent. I appreciate the 32 gigs of internal storage. That's not too bad either. And this display really looks nice with nice colors that really do pop. Some of the things I don't like about the ONYX include the MediaTek MT6739 processor, which isn't that good. It would have been nice if this phone had 3 gigs of RAM instead of 2, and it would have been nice if this phone had Android 9 Pie. So let me know what you think of the Alcatel ONYX, if you think it's a good phone to buy or not, and if you currently have an Alcatel ONYX, let me know in the comment section below as well. But this is Kevin here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.